In 1942, the Dassler brothers, Adi Dassler and Rudi Dassler, co-owned a shoe factory that specialized in making shoes that are to be worn to play sports only. Years later, in 1948, the brothers decided to split the company due to some issues they were having, like Rawan said. Adi Dassler created Adidas and Rudi Dassler created Puma. Adi Dassler then decided to continue focusing on the athletic performance of his shoes, and he made many accomplishments in a short period of time. By the time Adi died, he held more than 700 patents worldwide.
Adidas suffered in 1970 and 1980 due to the death of Adi Dassler, and the entrance of Nike into the market, positioning themselves as the less expensive alternative to Adidas. In the early 1990s, Adidas was back in the game with an aggressive marketing campaign, cutting the product line and installing a new brand management structure, and boosting advertising, and also changing marketing plans to attract a youth market.
1994 is known as the year of the comeback for Adidas. They actually accomplished two things. The first thing is that they climbed from 8th to 3rd position in the US footwear industry rankings, and they increased their sales by 75%, which is a huge number from the previous year. And by 2005, Adidas had an 11% share in the US and had which was around $1 billion US, and they had revenues in 8.4 billion worldwide, and they also had 714 stores across the US only.
The pricing strategy that Adidas uses is an example of the high-low pricing strategy. The high-low pricing scheme is a scheme where the prices of the products are generally kept higher than the competitors, but the company uses promotional discounts to offer lower prices and attract more consumers. In this way, the brands following this strategy attract consumers to the retail stores by providing low prices on new products, while also introducing them to the higher-priced products. Ever since 1936, Adidas has focused on associating its products with big events. In 1936, American sprinter Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals wearing Adidas shoes. Adidas is known for paying celebrities to wear their shoes, as Muhammad Ali, David Beckham, and Kobe Bryant are some of the celebrities that promoted Adidas shoes.
Okay, and as for the segmentation and targeting of Adidas, Adidas targets mostly the middle class, but also sometimes the high class. They have many sub-brands that help with the targeting strategies. You actually might have heard of these brands before. These brands include Adidas Originals, Neo, Stella McCartney, All Porsche Design Sport, Reebok, and tailor-made Adidas Golf. Okay, so these brands help Adidas further reach their target market. And you can actually see from these brands that Adidas has a large array of stylish products for men, women, and kids. Apart from its shoes and accessories for specific sports, Adidas has also bought innovative designs and styles in sports shoes and apparel. Okay, so moving deeply into the targeting, for the demographic of Adidas, they focus on men, women, and kids across many ages. For the psychographic, they mostly focus on the middle class, but like I said before, they sometimes focus some of their sub-brands or some of their products on the higher class. And for the geographic, they're international. They have 1 million stores across the world. And for the behavioral, they focus on men, women, and kids that are looking for fashionable and or comfortable shoes and apparel. And they focus on men, women, and kids that are looking for sports apparel that is trendy and fashionable.
Adidas is one of the biggest, most well-known brands in the world. According to a brand valuation study done by Business Week in 2006, Adidas was found to be the world's 71st most valuable brand, worth about $4.3 billion. Adidas has done many efforts to maintain this level. As we said before, they have always been extremely aggressive with their celebrity and sporting event sponsorship. They focus so much on market because they believe it is the most important part of the company's success. They even created their sub-brands in order to avoid damaging their brand name when they are entering new markets.
Let me first tell you the origin of the Adidas logo, how it started and how functional it actually was, which is something a lot of people don't know. Okay, so the 3 stripes were actually used to help support the structure of the shoe. They were usually made of leather and were placed on the sides of sports shoes to help it maintain its structure. They were usually painted the same black or brown color as the shoe, which is when Adidas decided that he wanted to do something different to stand out in the market, and he painted those stripes white, which made the shoe stand out and be clearly identifiable as an Adidas shoe. He settled on 3 stripes because he didn't want to compete with his own brother, Rudi Dassler, who used 2 stripes for his Puma shoes. Moving on to the company's logos. Yes, I said logos, not logo. Adidas is known to have 3 distinct logos that they use interchangeably. As the company spread its business in apparel and leisure industry, Adidas realized the need for a more apt logo design that could demonstrate industrial diversity of his company. Adidas did some creativity with the overall design and transformed the original 3-striped logo into the trefoil. The first logo is the very simple 3 stripes on the side of the shoes, which Adidas has been using since the start. The second one, which was introduced in 1972, is the trefoil, which are basically 3 leaves that symbolize the Olympic spirit, which are crossed by 3 stripes. In 1997, Adidas introduced its 3rd logo and the most recent one, a 3-bar logo that is in a slanted shape, suggesting a mountain that represents challenges to be faced and goals to be achieved. Adidas uses these logos to differentiate between its sub-brands and within its brand itself, basically using the logo to differentiate between the products within the brand. For example, the 3 stripes are usually used on the side of the Adidas original sneakers, and another example is that the trefoil, which is usually used on the apparel products. Despite the fact that these logos are different, they all have the 3 stripes in common. Okay, so I want you to raise your hand if you think having 3 logos strengthens the brand identity. Come on, raise your hands. Okay, I'm not sure if you raised them or not. I hope you did. Anyways, we believe that having 3 logos strengthens the brand's identity because it differentiates between the different categories of the brand itself, making the consumer basically want to find out more about the brand and what the brand offers,